There are many applications of percents. Percents can be used to solve many real-world problems. One application of percents has to do with the slopes of roads. This type of slope is called a grade. In this video, we'll look at examples of grade. Let's look at an example. On a mountain road, a sign indicates a grade of 10%. How far down does the car travel after moving a horizontal distance of 5 miles? Grade is slope written as a percent. Slope is also the rise over the run. Or the vertical distance over horizontal distance. Let's write 10% as a ratio, which is 10 over 100. We're asked to find the vertical distance traveled after a horizontal distance of 5 miles. We can write this proportion where x is the vertical distance. With this proportion, we can solve for x. In solving for x, we find the rise. So rearrange the equation so that the x term is on the left. Next, multiply both sides by 5, as shown here. Simplify the term on the right to get 10 over 20, which is equal to 1/2, or 0.5. So the car travels a vertical distance of half a mile after it travels a horizontal distance of 5 miles. This is a common feature of grade measurements. Large horizontal distances compared to small vertical distances. Let's look at another example. At a certain ski resort, the beginner ski slopes have a grade of 15%. After descending half a mile, how much of a horizontal distance has the skier traveled? Grade is slope written as a percent, and slope is the rise over the run. A slope of 15% can be written as a ratio, 15 over 100. To find the horizontal distance after a vertical distance of 0.5, solve this proportion. In this case, we're solving for the run given the rise and the grade. Notice that the x term is in the denominator. Multiply both sides of the equation by x as shown. With x on the left side of the equation, multiply both sides by 100 over 15 to isolate x. We see that x equals 50 over 15, which expressed as a mixed number becomes 3 1/3. Because grade, when written as a number, is usually a decimal less than 1, writing grade as a percent results in expressing grade in whole number terms. Let's look at a final example. During a portion of the Tour de France, the grade of the road ranges from 10% to 15%. If along a stretch of the road a biker has descended 0.25 of a mile after a horizontal distance of 2.45 miles, what is the grade for this part of the path? In this example, we know the grade is between 10% and 15%. In fact, we are given the rise and the run, so we can calculate the slope, and therefore the grade. We divide 0.25 by 2.45 to get a grade of approximately 10.2%. These examples show that grade, when not written as a percent, would be written as a decimal. But in order for the slope to have a whole number part, we use percents instead of decimals.